Or
do you think I'm worse than you?
yes, done it all before. But your clothes are everywhere. So the problem is keeping it not hard. Way.
The announcement is
If we are one grain of sand in the middle of the ocean, can you try to understand?
Better.
better angle. We like to have a plant on each side. So I think we've definitely achieved that.
My plant's bigger than your plant.
Shock. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our second couples juicy Q&A. How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, well, I literally know nothing, so.
I think it's more fun when you don't know them.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. You'll get more of an instant reaction, like. Or.
Yeah, so this isn't just a juicy Q&A, we also do have an announcement at the end. And I know we've only just kind of recently made an announcement, which is about our Nourish and Gain online coaching, but we do have something else exciting that we've been working on, which is kind of shoehorned into Nourish and Gain online coaching. So we're going to mention that at the end of this video. We are extremely excited about it, and we'll get into that in a little second once we've gone through some of these questions.
Yes.
If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and give this video a like because
it helps with the algorithm.
No. Give this video a like, I guarantee you're going to enjoy it.
Okay.
We'll just start from the beginning of the questions. What is one thing you would change about each other? It's hard to just pick one, isn't it?
No, it's not. I know.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go first. Jess can get quite aggravated quite quickly. I think I'm too horizontal, I'm the other way. You didn't commit like I would commit.
Yeah,
you need to be out the door.
I know, okay, next time.
Yeah, just a little bit more zen at times, just like, yeah, it doesn't need to be so, because you can get aggravated really quick.
Yeah.
Just quite quickly. I know we all get aggravated, so yeah, that's literally it.
I find things
I
like,
think it'd help you as well.
if I've got like a to-do list or something, it's mainly like about time that I get stressed. So if I'm like rushing really doesn't fly with me. I've got this like, it's not OCD, I definitely don't have OCD, but I always like to be on time. Like, I really pride myself on being on time. So if I know that I've got to be somewhere at 2 and I've got my to-do list for the rest of the day in my head, I'm like, okay, cool, so I'll do this 11 till 12, I'll do that 12 till 1, and then between 1 and half 1 I can shower and get ready, and then between half 1 and 1:45 I can have breakfast, and then I can leave at 1:45 and be there on time. Like, that's literally what I'm thinking. So if anything interrupts it, I do get stressed. There has been occasions where like we're trying to leave to go somewhere and I'm getting stressed, and then, so I get it. Okay, one thing I would change. So I mean, obviously we're getting quite personal here, but it's basically the size of no, joking. I would change that if we are like having a bicker or something, Jeff will like say maybe like the worst thing in that situation.
Know how to push each other's buttons.
Yeah, he'll like kind of try and do the main thing to push my buttons in like an argument or something, and then it kind of like makes us, it makes things escalate. But I know it's just like a defense mechanism. I don't know, he doesn't really mean things, and then so it's like absolutely fine. But I think if we could just like, if that didn't happen, then things would be a little bit smoother. Whew, God, this is getting, is it hot in here? I just turned off the heating, but woo! Yeah, so I think if I focused on my like getting stressed, and if Jeff focused on not reacting or like overreacting, then I think that would be fantastic. So thanks for this chat. I think we'll work on that going forward. Okay, do you want to get married?
Yeah, I do. One day. Renovations.
Yeah.
It's not off the cards, you know? Yeah, like, I obviously, if you've watched Jess's videos before, I've been married once, and it wouldn't put me off being married again. It was a weird circumstance. I don't think I got a fair crack at it, if I'm honest, and I'd like to do it again a bit more my way.
Yeah, which I think is nice, because if it had put you off, like, that wouldn't bother me. Like, I'd still be here, you know?
Yeah. Until you've been married, I don't think you realise it can actually be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, if you don't let it become different, it can be just a day, really. And we'd want to, well, we've been together 2.5 years now or something. Seem like we want to be together forever, so it wouldn't change much. But yeah, I would like to, I would get married again, yeah.
Yeah, there's like two things. Like, one is that if we didn't, it wouldn't like change things for me. Like, we were talking about this the other day actually. Like, I was saying like I can't actually believe, and like this is you, totally fine, like everyone's different, but I can't believe that couples break up over one of them not wanting to get married. Like I personally think that's really like shocking, because
Yeah, it
just
shouldn't
because
matter about the ring.
yeah, and like if you, or not even the ring, is it? It's just like that piece of paper or the
Pie.
The pie, yeah, totally. But
I just want to get pissed with all my mates, to be honest, in a stack. Like, I'll do it again, I reckon. Like, good fun.
yeah, that's the only reason
Yeah.
you'd want to do it again, is to stag around. But yeah, I think it's one of those things, like if you love the person you know you're going to be together, it wouldn't personally bother me if Jeff didn't want to, but at the same time, like I know I want to be with him forever, so if he wanted to and we did, then I'd be equally as gassed, but it wouldn't change how much I want to be with him, and it also wouldn't change, because I think a lot of people do it for like commitment and security, but if Jeff's gonna cheat on me, it's not gonna matter whether we're both wearing a ring or not. Like that doesn't stop anyone doing anything different. Like, so you just have to trust the person you're with, go with the flow, compromise, and come to mutual agreements about things. So the short answer is maybe one day, if we want to, we will, and you'll probably know about it. Like and subscribe. What do you think each other's most annoying habits are? Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No.
Okay, because I've got two, and like they're two things that could easily not happen, but they are really annoying. So one is, and like you'll feel me on this if you are a girl who lives with a boy. Jeff will walk past the recycling bin to put his like empty cans of Coke Zero or
Been
empty.
through this.
Yeah, but no, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
Have we? Well, nothing's changed.
Oh, right.
Or his like empty ice cream tub next to the sink, or like his like a beer bottle, like he walks past the recycling bin and puts it next to the sink. I'm like, do you want me to wash these up? Like he puts it with like the washing up, and it just needs to go like straight in the recycling bin, and I just never understand why it is there next to the sink. And then so every time I go and put it in the recycling bin, but I'm just like, why?
So habits, they don't die hard, and that's a good thing to take in all forms of life, with your fitness too. But I didn't have a recycling bin when I lived in my old house, because I was like disgusting, you know, smelly guy that lived on his own, you know, the ogre. And I just had like a black bin and or a bin bag, and then I just put everything on the side and deal with it. I don't really care. Like I deal with it on the side, and it's just a habit. I need to be better.
Second one is Jeff.
Just one habit. Just one. Just one.
The question was,
just one.
what do you think each other's most annoying habits are?
That person meant habit.
Jeff wears disposable contact lenses, so like every day he wears a different pair of contact lenses, and they end up everywhere.
I'm not sure how.
They're in the rug, they're on my pillow, I have to pick them off the toilet. I have to put my hand in the toilet and peel them off, and then scrub my hands, although I'm in the toilet, it's like, you know, it's clean, but no one wants to put their hand down there. I have to peel them off the toilet. I have to peel them off the bedside table. When I bought the bedside tables from Urban Outfitters, I specifically like, please don't do that anymore. I have picked them, I do pick them.
Yeah, no, but I definitely like.
You try not to, yeah. The bottom of my feet. So, yeah.
Your feet can see.
I keep saying that I want to like get him a little bulge, but next to his bed so he can just go whoop and put them in there, but I'm yet to do that. They're two not very bad ones, like let's be honest, like they're very small, so that's cute.
I hate everything about Jess. No, of course. It's obvious, we've talked about it before. I think these habits have actually been mentioned in other videos, so and I'm actually quite a bit of a hypocrite with this, if I'm actually honest, because I do a lot of the similar things, which is why we're so great together, but it doesn't work well in this situation. Jeff. I do as well, but not to this extent. Jess leaves her clothes everywhere. Like, I'm bad. I normally just chuck them on the bed though, and like it's happened before, like I just chuck them on the bed, leave them, and then I'll like sort them out. Not straight away, I admit, like I'm bad at it as well. But your clothes are everywhere. Sometimes they're on the kitchen floor. I'm like, what have you been doing? Who's been around in the day? No, I'm joking.
Leroy?
Not as bad as the kitchen floor, but yeah, like they're just everywhere.
Be honest though. Do you think I'm worse than you?
Yes. Yeah, you are. I'm bad. I am bad, and it's like I have to say, it's a hypocrite thing, and I'm totally being a hypocrite. I'll fully admit, hands up. But oh, come off it, mate.
Yesterday the cleaners came, and there was three floor.
It's been a busy couple of weeks. We've been launching a business.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But you could. I don't mind. I'm not worse than you. There's There's 3 floor robes. There's one in the spare room, one in our room, and then one in the bathroom. Every day I pick up his boxes and socks and I put them in the washing basket and he doesn't even notice. Those floor robes in the spare room and in our room have been there for literally ages.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Skin tense.
That's fine, let's move on.
Well, I'm admitting that I'm bad and I do just take off and shove because like life's just too short to put things away.
Anyway, not that. Yeah, I do it, whatever.
I can't believe this video has turned into a full blown up. This one came up 3 times, which I think is hysterical. Do you fart in front of each other? Would you fart in front of your partner? This is a big no for me.
I do. You don't?
No, I don't.
Don't care.
Yeah, I personally have never let rip in front of a boy.
Liar.
Like not on purpose or like, I've never been that one person who's just like walking around fine.
No,
like
Jess,
I would never.
She doesn't.
I've never done that. Like I, literally been in long-term relationships and I just will not.
I didn't at the start, and you know what?
Didn't take you long, like to be honest, like literally maybe a month.
It actually hurts when you keep it in.
Right.
In the stomach, innit? Like, so you gotta let it out.
Maybe you should like.
You should like want me for like who I am. And,
maybe you should look at your diet.
Diet's great. You do half of it, so like well, at least my dinner's anyway.
I don't know whether that's a typical thing. Comment below if you're in a relationship, if you fart in front of each other, or if just the boy does and just the girl does. But personally, for me as a girl, I just think like some things need to be kept like, just
like your clothes in the wardrobe.
You can't just be like 1 minute like, being sexy and then the next minute you're just like laying next to them farting. Like that just doesn't fly with me personally, and it doesn't need to be the case. Anyway, to answer the question, I don't, he does. Do you share the household chores?
Great.
This is basically just like a massive therapy session.
Great. Jess works from home, so I'm sure there's lots of things she does which I don't notice. However, my argument is that she creates it. So, if she's doing washing up in the day, that's not my washing up. Alright, maybe there's some from the night before. Yeah, you probably do a bit more, but I like do the bins and stuff. We have a cleaner once every other week, so we don't ever do a deep clean really.
No.
So in a habit recently, you've been cooking. I like to think most of the time I wash up after that. I say go and do your butcher vlog or skincare or whatever, and I'll do that. And then we don't hoover because they do.
I hoover.
Alright, you see there's some things that you don't do, so I don't know, but
I actually really enjoy hoovering.
Yeah, Jess does a bit more, I admit, but I try and lend my hand. I always try and do the bin. I always do the bins. And like, actually there's one over there that I haven't done yet. I was meant to last night.
I mean, you don't empty the food bin when it's full. I do that.
Again, sorry, just let me know. I'll get it done. Yeah.
This isn't a who does more competition.
Well, it seems to be.
Certainly not a close one, but someone did ask if we share the household chores. So the answer is
yeah, we share them.
Yeah, we share them. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Jeff puts the bins out, and he does tend to wash up after I've cooked, like 70% of the time, which is really nice. And he also he does things like he brings me a cup of tea in the night, and like also fills up my squash, and like he does like loads of really cute things that like help me out. Like not that it just needs to be you helping me, but I obviously like try and keep the house tidy, and I do all the washing and that sort of thing. So. But
I try and do the DIY when it needs doing. Not successfully, I'm not the best, but I try and do that,
Slow and steady wins the race. It's all about direction, not speed. It works for us what we're doing though. The only thing I will say, and you should be mindful of this if maybe it relates to you, but this is just a personal thing and like probably a personal flaw that I need to work on, but I just like Jeff to recognize how the washing gets done and the house stays tidy, and even though this sounds really stupid and just a recognition thing which I shouldn't need, I do just like you to not just think fairies come and do it, and when all your boxes and stuff get picked up off the floor, I just like that kind of, I like to feel appreciated. I think it's just a human nature thing, and I hold my hands up and admit it. So as much as I'm absolutely fine doing it, I actually enjoy doing it. I like tidying and I like hoovering, believe it or not, and I like doing the washing. I like having that all up to date. I also do like to be oh, thank you for doing all, it's just a personal thing. But apart from that, we're quite happy with how we share, right?
Yep.
Yeah?
Thanks for doing that.
Oh, don't thank me.
No.
Oh no, you need to thank me.
Oh, yeah.
Did you renovate your house? If so, how long did it take and what did you do?
No.
No, so we did not renovate the house. We rent this house off a family friend who's
You think I can renovate a house? Look at me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
We were in a really extremely fortunate position, because when me and Jeff were looking for a house and somewhere to live. I had just been made redundant. He was obviously has been self-employed for 9-10 years, and the gym had been closed because of lockdown, which didn't really make a difference on the form. But when you've got one self-employed person and the gym is closed and one unemployed person has been made redundant, we literally couldn't get anywhere. Like no one would rent us anything. Like we thought it would just be really, really easy because we were both going from 2 mortgages to then renting. So we both had like money and whatever. We could put up 6 months up front, 12 months up front, and literally no one would have us. Luckily, I've got a family friend who like buys and flips houses, and he was like, I've got one coming up in like 3 months time. So we were like, okay, it was a dive. Like this place was horrendous. It was like absolutely just
fair play to him.
Yeah, it was awful. And I'll link my house tour up here, like the empty house tour, which was when we just moved in. They involved us then in the renovations. Like we'd come and see it regularly, and they'd like even like ask us opinion on like tiles and floors, and would you prefer it to be like this? Do you want a gas hob and all that sort of stuff? So we were really, really lucky that they involved us in it, and he's just like hooked us up with a really sick little pad. What a legend. We didn't renovate it. It was like being done by our landlord and their renovations company, and yeah, we're just like extremely fortunate to be here. Like it's just perfect. So we did have to live with my mum for a little while, but hi mum, we loved it. I know you did too. How do you manage keeping things sexy and living together? I find it hard when you live together.
Oh wow, okay, I'm not being funny, I'm just gonna come straight out. I don't really find it hard when I find you as sexy. I find Jess incredibly sexy, and like literally the best looking girl in the whole of the world. I always...
Oh, so cute.
I was gonna say I always have them, but I probably shouldn't say that. Anyway, yeah, I think she's... Yeah, so I don't really find that hard, really. The problem is keeping it not hard. Way. You?
I mean, when you're constantly being offered something, the chances of it happening regularly are quite high. So if you're getting offered something 100% of the time and you take it 50% of the time, that's still quite a lot. So
yeah.
I think if you're not in that kind of situation where like it's a little bit less intense, so it's a bit less intense to you, I do think you do have to make the effort, and we haven't really got to this point yet, so I don't really know if we're kind of one to give advice, but my main tip would be, if you do struggle with this, is go to bed earlier. Like you don't need the 3-hour Netflix session in the night. If you're someone who goes to bed normally with your partner about 11, go to bed at 10, like watch TV if you want, like 8 till 10, go to bed at 10, have some banter before bed like we do every night, BBB, and just once, if you're not feeling it, or if you're tired, as soon as you start and you get into it, you'll be absolutely gassed. But yeah, that's what my top tip would be, is just going to bed a little bit earlier, and just sometimes you have to make the effort. But I mean, yeah, not really a problem for us, if I'm being completely honest, which Jeff has put very bluntly for you there. How to motivate your partner to have healthier eating habits. So I'm guessing this is for like an individual situation, but I thought it'd be a good one to answer, because I know a lot of the time, like especially with my clients, they like live with someone who like eats, I don't know, not unhealthy, but maybe like eats lots of takeaways, and they're trying to eat a little bit healthier. So say you were living with me and I just literally want to get Domino's all the time and that sort of thing.
My top tip is you're not them, so I feel like this is probably more of a female problem when they're living with a guy, and the guy eats more because they can. So you're not that. So Jess makes me dinners, the calories are the same. That doesn't mean that Jess is eating more, probably I'm eating a bit less, so I would just have that meal and then eat more on top of it. The top tip is just remember you're kind of not them, and that you don't have to eat exactly what they do.
Yeah,
and it's hard because obviously if they're having a pizza and you're wanting to have like a salmon and veg, then you might have to just like cook separate. If the guy's not willing to do that, which is fine because he wants to eat what he wants to eat, you can't stop him doing it, then you might just have to like cook separately for a bit, and it doesn't mean you can't eat together, you've got to time it better.
Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Like if you've got your own goals, like you just focus on that. I would map out what you're going to eat in the week, like plan some meals that you're going to make, do your food shop based on that, and take them into account. If they don't want to have the meal, then you've just got an extra meal that you can like heat up tomorrow, so you can always like cook 2 portions, and then if they don't want it and they want to get KFC, then that's fine. But stay strong to yourself. And but we've done it before when like Jeff wanted to get Domino's, then I came down and I made like pasta and pesto, so it was like my favourite meal, and so I was like, I would rather have that than have the Domino's, and we'll just time it and eat at the same time, you know, just follow the delivery man on the app. Yeah, so I think those are really good tips. Just focus on you and your goals, and also just like encourage them to have your meal. Like if they want to have like pizza, then suggest making some like fun like flatbread pizzas with like shredded chicken, and it's just more fun. And I found a lot of my clients' partners have like lost a lot of weight just from them cooking more fresh, and then the partners seem to really enjoy it, and then they get into better habits. So yeah, focus on you. At the end of the day, like people will do what they want to do, and it isn't up to you to change someone else. Like they're gonna have to want to do it for themselves, or they won't or it won't be sustainable. So you kind of have to focus on
what
you.
Was
and
that,
how
by the way? Who am I sending that from? I'm with you all the time. What the stupid thing we live in, eh?
Okay, those are all the questions that we're going to answer, because I feel like we've answered quite a few, but I hope that was insightful, and we're still speaking to each other after that, so that's exciting. So before I wrap up this video, I'm going to get into our very exciting announcement, which I'm absolutely gassed about, and I think you are too.
I love it. I love that. Like this thing that we're about to do. I've genuinely enjoyed. I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I said to someone yesterday, I'd probably vlog if it wasn't for editing it. I just can't be out. Like, nah, there's a lot of effort that goes into this vlogging stuff. So fair play. But yeah, no, I enjoy what we're about to do.
Yeah. Well, again, you don't have to edit that either. That's a hint.
No, I don't, because I've got a pro.
Yeah.
I've got a pro. She's done it all before. For cat flap chats.
Hint, hint. Okay, the announcement is we are starting a podcast. Introducing the Nourish and Gain podcast. It will be available on all podcast platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, whatever. From 8 o'clock on Monday, there'll be weekly episodes. So
on your walk to work, you drive to work,
yeah,
just pop us on for a little bit.
Monday morning. A little bit, no, we want you to listen to the whole thing.
But you know.
If you listen to half on the way and half on the way back, that's fine
we
with us.
love that.
Yeah, listen to us on
Even
your
if it's just the first one.
Excuse me, no, you're really saying it. You will listen to every single one, you will subscribe, and you will rate us 5 stars. Like, come on!
Yeah, no, obviously I'd love that, but you know, people do them, and what we're trying to do with it is trying to educate people, but also have a bit of fun with it as well, like we do on this channel, and Jess does, and I pop in from time to time, and like we do on our Instagrams. We
kind of have a topic each week which we want to discuss, like frequently asked questions, like about calorie deficits or progressive overload, or how to start a healthy lifestyle, that sort of thing. And so that's like a kind of segment of the podcast, but around that there's just like lots of fun, lots of banter, and I think because we don't often just sit down and talk solidly for like 40 minutes, we've just had so much fun with it so far. So
a bit of a laugh, it's been fun.
Yeah, so please go and check us out and subscribe on wherever you get your podcast, so the Nourish and Gain podcast, and make sure you're listening Monday morning for the first episode at 8. Tag us on Instagram if you listen at Nourish and Gain.
I would love that.
And yeah, we're just so excited to bring you lots of fun, lots of bands, and just relatable. Like we thought that you either have doctors explaining kind of really scientific things about like fitness and health, or you have just kind of like very chatty podcasts which are just kind of about various things, whereas we're kind of bridging the gap and being your like bestie that you can just like listen to, be the third person.
We've been there, we've done it. Come learn a few things that'll change your fitness in a more understandable way.
Yeah, you'll love it.
And have a bit of a laugh hopefully as well. I mean, we think we're funny, but maybe you don't, but whatever.
Yeah, we have had an absolute scream, to be quite frank. So yeah, please go and subscribe and comment down below if you're excited, or just give this video a like and everything if you want to support us. And yeah, we're going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited. Hope you enjoyed the Q&A. We really enjoyed having you. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. It really helps the algorithm on YouTube, but if people do discover this delightful video, but also my channel, and please subscribe because I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. So I'll see you in my next video, which will be on Sunday.
Bye, I'm off to just pick your clothes up off the floor. See you in a bit.
Okay, I'll have to pick the contact lens off the chest of drawers.